In this video, I would like to share 3 simple steps on how to beat overwhelm. And I'd like to talk about why I feel that we all suffer from overwhelm and why it's important to notice it and to take care of it. Then I will break down each step individually. So, first of all, why is there so much overwhelm in our lives? I believe it's because we play so many different roles. We can be the mother, we can be the daughter, we can be the business owner, we can be the yoga teacher, we can be lots of different things in our lives. And when we have to focus in on one for a decent chunk of time, we start to feel guilty. We start to feel like we're neglecting the other roles in our lives, and that can lead to the feeling of overwhelm. Also, there can be times in our lives where we do need to focus in on a certain area of our life, and we go into it so doggedly that we forget about ourselves. We forget to take care of ourselves. I did this when I became a mother. I became so obsessed with being the perfect mother that I forgot about myself. I forgot about self-care. So that's why it's important to notice and to come back to ourselves. Because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't take care of others. It's impossible. So number 1, the first step is when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I go to my breath. Our breath is an amazing tool to help us get over overwhelm. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, I'd like you to just go to your breath and notice what's going on. And you'll probably realise that your breath is shallow. You might even be holding your breath, and you might feel tight and stressed. And it's because we're not breathing enough. So let's just do it right now. I'd like you to take a deep inhale through the nose. When you reach the top of that inhale, I'd just like you to pause, just create some space, and then have a big exhale out through the mouth, a nice big sigh. And let's do that again, a nice big inhale through the nose. When you reach the top of that inhale, just pause, create some space, and then exhale it all out through the mouth. And let's do it one more time. Big inhale through the nose, pause at the top of the inhale, and exhale out through the mouth. So what we've just done there is that we've just calmed our nervous system down. We've come back to ourselves. And I love creating that pause. I feel that that pause is really important in between the inhale and the exhale, because that pause is stillness. And when the breath can be still, our body and our mind can be still. And just the reverse, if our breath is unsteady, we are unsteady. Our body and our mind are unsteady. So that's number 1, just taking a big inhale in, creating some pause, some stillness, and then exhaling it all out. Then number 2 is a physical practice, and in yoga we call it Viparita Karana. So Viparita Karana is Sanskrit for legs up the wall, and this is a physical pose that we can do to help with overwhelm. So if you're in a room by yourself or not, you can all scoot your bum up against the wall. So sit down on the floor, scoot your side and your bum up against the wall, and then you're going to swing the legs up against the wall, and you're just going to slowly use your hands to lie yourself down onto the floor. Now your hands can be by your sides just now, and you're just going to breathe here. Now this is a wonderful pose because again it helps our parasympathetic nervous system kick in, our rest and digest, especially if you focus in on your breath as well. And why I love this pose is because it's an inversion, and we're literally turning ourselves, our point of view upside down. We're putting our feet up in the air and we're connecting down into the earth. And this is a really good way of shifting our perspective, of giving our brain some new ideas, and to get ourselves out of that overwhelm and to just kick into that parasympathetic nervous system. Now, if there's any osteopenia or osteoporosis, please just do this for a few minutes just to check out that it doesn't hurt the lower back. But if everything's fine and dandy, you can try this for at least 10 minutes. I also love doing this when I have a tension headache. It's really great for getting rid of headaches. So if you put your hands up over your head on the floor as well, it's a great way to get rid of that tension in the head. So that is number 2, legs up the wall. And then number 3, we have looking up to the sky. There is always something wondrous to see up there. It doesn't matter if it's daytime, it doesn't matter if it's nighttime, what the weather's up to, you're always going to find something amazing to look at up there. And this again shifts our perspective. We do this for our mindset. Whatever overwhelm we're feeling, looking up just increases, expands our horizons, and we can see how insignificant we are and how small we are, but in a good way. And I just love doing this. Get outside, look up, take a couple of deep breaths, and just notice the beauty that is always above us. So there we go. There's 3 simple steps to beat overwhelm. Number 1 was to go to your breath, notice what it's up to, then take a deep inhale, create a pause so that you can create stillness in the breath, stillness in the mind, and then exhale, letting it all go. And do that a few times. Then number 2 is getting those legs up the wall, a physical yoga pose to get us into our parasympathetic nervous system, to calm the body, to let some blood rush to the head and just calm our mind. And then number 3 is look up to the beauty that surrounds us and feel the insignificance of the overwhelm that you're feeling, that everything's going to be okay, that the universe has got our back. I hope these 3 tips are helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please watch the next one and head to the description to sign up for my Sunday newsletter called Lessons from My Gurus, where I just share a helpful tip or something that's inspired me during the week. Thank you for being here. Sending love and kindness.